Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you're doing really well. My name's HUMNA and I share content connected to art, healing and spirituality on my channel. I've recently started these sessions which I call Art as Ibadat as something that helps me ground myself, ground my energy and come into the present moment. As a child, I was always told to do tasbih, and it was something that I actually really loved, because as if you've seen my work, you know that I love repetition, the whole affirmation, the whole mantra thing that comes through in different philosophies, the zikr. And for me, this was something that I realized as a child, my brain would go in different places and it would never feel like I was there with the zikr, with the tasbih, like I was doing it, but my brain was somewhere else and my body was somewhere else, my heart was somewhere else, but my mouth was constantly doing the zikr. But yet again, I didn't feel very much in my own self to fully, benefit from the effects of zikr. And as I've grown into the person that I am today, this has become such a major part of my life where I choose to sit with the names of Allah, write them down, and connect to, of course, their meaning, but also to the whole writing of the names. There is a certain rhythm that comes through, not only in the flow of unfolding the names on the sheet of paper, but the sound that it makes, the way that it looks. It's like a wave that sort of builds one name, continuing in the same way. For me, it's like kind of like a washing over, purifying, letting go, really feeling grounded, like the roots sort of go deeper and deeper. The washing sort of goes cleaner and more purifying. It's that kind of feeling. I always say this, that zikr helps us go deeper and dry higher at the same time. And it's such a powerful act, because when you do something like this, when you're writing the names of Allah, it's not just that your mouth or your heart or your brain or your body, one of them is in the zikr, right? When you're actually doing the zikr, as you're writing it down, your whole being, starting from your body to your intention, to your heart, to your mind, to your soul, to your eyes, to your hands, like to your mouth, to the ears, everything is in ibadat. And for me, I think that was what really helped me benefit from the effect and the truth of what ibadat is. It's not something that you do, like when you say the affirmations, they have a certain effect, but when you truly believe in them, they have a separate effect. When you start living them with faith, it has a completely different effect. And in the same way, this sort of an exercise will help us, when done regularly or whenever it is that we do get the chance to do it, helps us keep reconnecting, keep returning, keep remembering, keep coming back towards Him, towards choosing Him, towards depending on Him, towards reminding ourselves that He is our provider, He is our healer, He is our lover. So with that, I really hope you're enjoying these sessions. If so, do let me know in the comment section, or send me a message, or send me an image of what you create, because it is such a powerful thing when we do it in a collective way. So it's one thing me doing it, but then it's another when the ripple happens through somebody across oceans, across miles, across the world, and somebody else does it. And then when we share it together, it's not just being part of the wave. We literally experience the wave in us as that name within us rises. So together we help others remember Allah as we are remembering Him. So I really hope that you're able to send me images. I love, love, love seeing them, or leave me a comment, because that in itself, or just like the video, that in itself is a powerful exchange of energy that happens, that we can sort of raise the vibration of this planet together, inshallah ta'ala. And today's date is the 8th of November, and I've already written a little bit down about the name that I got gifted this morning. It's Ya Adal. Ya Adal is something that is balanced, first and foremost. It's really, really balanced. And the second thing is, because the Ya Adal is so balanced, that what he creates, that what he does is always the one who is balancing. Like, he is not just the one who is balanced, but he is also the balancer, right? So when he creates anything, he will always create it in balance, like the day and the night, the roots and the branches, like everything is in balance, because the one creating it is always in balance, right? And the balance of all creation. So there will be, the number of lions that exist, or the number of ants that exist, or the number of humans that exist. There'll never be a moment where the one that creates us will sort of allow us to be imbalanced, right? Everything in creation, as it is created, the number of lions existing on the planet are going to be in balance to what he knows is the balance. I don't define the balance, you don't define the balance, he does. And for the number of ants, he will choose how many ants he needs in a certain community, what are they called, in their own little tribe or whatever, right? And so I can't say, okay, 2,000, 3,000 ants will be the balance structure of this. For every specific animal, for every specific creation, every creation is in harmonious balance. So I could look at something and say, oh, there are only like 8 ants in this community, and then there are 2,000 ants in another community. Now Allah knows best, for he knows that this community of 8 ants only needed them to be 8, and the other one needed 2,000. So that's what he will give them, right? I do not decide what the balance is, for he only is the one who is balanced. So he knows exactly how to balance, for he himself is always balanced. He's the one who creates everything in harmonious balance, right? Al-Adal balances all the names of beauty and names of power. This is such a profound way of looking at Ya Adal, and it is such a grounding name of Allah that helps us truly understand who Allah is. You see, when you look at Allah, there is the names of Allah are divided into power, and they are divided into beauty. Now this is who Allah is. Allah is letting us know he is all powerful, right? And he is absolutely the most beautiful, right? So he's letting us know, when you look at these two things, they are actually coming from him. They are both defining Allah. I don't like to use the word defining for Allah, but it is something who Allah is. Allah is all powerful and Allah is all beautiful. So if you are ever in your life able to experience power, strength, courage, guidance, direction, all of that sort of words, you could not feel them unless he was giving them to you. And beauty, like when you feel at peace, when you feel beautiful, when you have beautiful clothes, and when you have beautiful homes, you could not be inspired to feel beautiful, to look beautiful, to have a beautiful house, or to see the beauty in other things, like in rainbow or in the hummingbird. The only reason you are able to see beauty, feel beauty, understand it, and want more of it is because he himself has placed that desire in you, for he is that. And what that reminds us is that our power comes from him, our beauty comes from him. So I'm going to break that apart later on, but I will start the exercise. So Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Always, 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 when you're doing Bismillah, write it slowly. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. And today is the 8th of November 2025. And the name is Adal. Ya Adal. This is a really, really profound, beautiful name. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start writing it, build the rhythm, and then halfway through, what I'll do is I will read the download connected to this name. Excuse me. So that you're able to keep flowing as you're writing, and as you listen to what I will be saying will help you ground the meaning of this name, right? I'm just going to have a glass of water. I always feel when something like this happens, right, in the middle of the video or in the middle of my sessions, I always feel like this is Allah's way of saying that the water that I just had, the sip, he reminded me to drink water. He gave me this thirst, a little dryness in my throat, for he knows that it is when he gives me some kind of pain or some kind of disbalancing in my life, he will also give me a way to come back to balance, right? So if in life there is experiences where we feel overwhelmed, or we feel lost or shattered, or disheartened, disappointed, Allah wants us to remember that that thing only and only happened to remind you that you could have been going in a certain direction where you weren't meant to. So the anxiety is happening just as a way to release and purify that from your system. And when you connect to Adal, he will send you other experiences which will balance the one that you are going through, which you feel is difficult or disappointment or whatever. So if you're feeling a difficult experience, he will also give you something in that very moment to nurture, to kind of balance that, both of them. And the reason you feel disbalanced or anxiety or overwhelmed is because maybe you were making something else the priority. Maybe you were depending on someone, something else to give you the balance. You thought, oh, if I work in this job, or I stay in this relationship, or this is the way I do things, like you've limited yourself that this is the only way I'm going to do it. Allah will show you that sometimes that attachment, that limiting belief that you have can be a restrictive way of not letting you go further towards what you're here to do. And maybe your priority became that thing, and so you attach yourself to that thing or to that person. So Allah wants you to remove that attention from, because they're disbalancing you, right? They're causing you anxiety and all. They're making you feel unworthy. Now Allah wants you to always and always feel worthy in yourself. And so he will bring you back by giving you the anxiety, by giving you these people who you attach to. He's reminding you, do not attach to anyone other than me. And so he will bring you back. The moment you feel anxious, you start reciting Ya Adal, and you will feel the shift in you as he brings you back into balance. Because if you think about it, he is balanced, right? So when he created you in balance also. Now when you get off the balance, is because either you are focusing on getting some power from something else other than Allah, or you are depending for your beauty on somebody else other than Allah, right? You think, oh, because I wear these clothes is why I am looking beautiful. But he wants you to remember, it's not the clothes that you are wearing, it's how you feel, the state of your being that makes you beautiful. But anyway, we'll get into that inshallah in a little bit. But let's start with Adal. This is a name you can actually do the zikr of on its own. So I will start writing, and we will halfway through the page, what I'll do is I'll read the other side so you can have a clear understanding of what Ya Adal truly means. So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Quieten your mind, relax your shoulders, come into the present moment, take a nice deep breath in, relax yourselves, be grateful, be present. Know that Allah is always and always holding you and guiding you. You couldn't be here if it wasn't His will. And if this is where He wants you to be, then let go of all that exists and be with your Allah for Him. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya Adal. 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 As you're doing this, remind yourself with every word you're absorbing light. Your hand is getting activated, every single cell in your body. You're absorbing light of Ya Adal awakening in you. Slowly and steadily, let your mind just close whatever thoughts are coming and keep focusing on your hand, keep focusing on what you're writing, keep focusing on the sound of Ya Adal. Ya Adal. Just listen to the rhythm of the word and say it with me. Ya Adal. 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 Notice how your tongue flows with His name. It's activating within you the power, the strength, the beauty within your soul. It's reminding you of Ya Adal. 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 Be grateful for the balancing that He does and creates in your life through all that is around you. You might not see it from your ego's mind as it being in balance, but He only and only is balanced, for He only creates balanced things. Ya Adal. 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 Notice how your tongue is being purified by Ya Adal to remind you that it is loyal to its Allah. Ya Adal. Relax your shoulders, breathe in, breathe out, take a minute to recharge, reconnect, and remember you are returning to the one who will give you balance within you. Ya Adal. Ya Adal. Ya Adal. Ya Adal. Ya Adal. Ya Adal. Ya Adal, Ya Adal, Ya Adal, Ya Adal. He's the one who gives you the thirst, so He's the one who's going to give you the water. For the thirst that you feel within you comes from Him as a gift, for He wants to gift you with the water to fulfill your thirst. Ya Adal, what makes you think He will not give you that what you're asking for? For He makes you ask for it only because He wants to give it to you in the balanced state that He knows will be best for you. Ya Adal, 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 Ya Adal. I'll just read the description just so that you can absorb it while you are doing your zikr. So Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Power comes from doing, because we've been told that power is what we need to survive. Beauty comes from being, for that is how we thrive. Our power is not doing something, rather it is in the being. It is being able to depend on Allah for strength, courage and direction. Our beauty is not how we look, rather it is in which state we are in, peace, gratitude and surrender. Power comes when we depend on Allah. Beauty radiates through us when we remember we belong to Him. Power is in letting go and trusting Him. Beauty is in remembering Him and having faith in His will. To be able to trust and have faith, we must know that both these can't come to us. We have to ask Him for them by connecting to Ya Adal. Ya Adal helps to calm the mind and fill it with the trust, soothes the soul by keeping it in remembrance of its source. Ya Adal fills our mind with trust and hearts with remembrance. Mind then feels guided, heart feels healed, held, and in peace. Mind learns to surrender, heart feels to submit. In that state, when your mind is feeling guided, it is held, and it knows that the strength that it has within, you have asked Ya Adal to give you, mind learns to surrender. Surrender is a state where you turn to Allah and you ask Him for everything that you have ever needed. You start depending on Allah for courage, for strength, for direction, for guidance, everything. That moment when your mind learns to surrender and your heart learns to submit. You see, when the heart feels at peace, when the heart is remembering Allah, it will always feel at peace. Ya Adal keeps reminding the heart it belongs to Allah. And so it starts feeling that Allah is close by, that Allah is who it's going to return to, that Allah is the source of all that it's ever needed, right? So the heart then submits to whatever Allah's will is, right? In that moment, you are in sajda. Not the act of doing sajda, but actually being in sajda. And how do you get into the state of being sajda? Like I said, the mind learns to surrender, the heart understands to submit, right? In that moment, you will always be in a being state of sajda. You trust in His will. That is what makes you powerful. You see, we've been told that when we do something, then we become powerful. Allah is reminding us that when you trust in me, when you understand that I am the one giving you the courage, I am the one inspiring you towards a certain action, I am the one giving you a certain prayer so that you can ask for it. It is Allah who is behind everything that you are doing. When you trust His will, that is what makes you powerful. Your dependency on your Allah is what makes you powerful, because you understand that when Allah is with you, right, when you're totally dependent on Allah, what does that mean? He's going to take care of your needs. He is enough, right? And so that, if you are connected to the most powerful king in the whole universe, aren't you going to feel powerful? You'll be like, nobody can really touch me, right? Because I am dependent on this king. I work for this king. I am a representative of this king who is the creator of all of creation. You will feel powerful in you because you actually remember that He is the one giving you that power. Right? It's not you who has the power. It is the king that you work for and who you represent that will always stand by you. So when you trust in the king, automatically when you work for the king and represent the king, what are you going to feel? You're going to feel as powerful because you're going to be like, the king is with me. I'm dependent on the king. And that's why all my dreams and visions are going to be fulfilled, because He is giving me the source of my power is my Allah, right? And when you trust in that source, when you completely depend on your Allah and trust His will, that is what makes you powerful, right? You remember Him. When you trust in His will, of course you feel that's what makes you powerful. Now when you remember Him, you know how Allah says, when you remember me, I will remember you. And then there's another one that says, when you remember only in the remembrance of their Lord is their heart going to feel at peace, right? So when you remember Him, what that remembering, what that zikr, just the way we wrote things right now, or you listening to this video, what you're really doing is you are reminding yourself that you belong to Him. Now, when you belong to someone who is the ultimate source of beauty, what are you going to be filling your cup with? You're like sitting in this beautiful garden and you're taking in all the colors, you're taking in all the smells, you're taking in all the essence. Everything beautiful is sort of coming through and you're absorbing it, right? So when you belong to the garden that is absolutely the most beautiful garden, right? You're going to be part of that garden. You are exactly like that flower, that, that's essence that you were enjoying. So you become beautiful when you remember that, first of all, when you remember Him as being the source of all beauty. For inside you, He has already placed that beauty because He is beautiful. And so whatever He will create will be beautiful. That garden that He creates, that being that you are, the soul that is within you is beautiful. And that is what makes you beautiful, right? Power is not doing something, but rather in recognizing that you depend on Him for all you can ever do, right? I'll read that again just so that it sort of sinks in your head, heart, either way, in your being. Power is not doing something, but rather in recognizing that you depend on Him for all that you can ever do. Beauty is not looking beautiful. We have this understanding that when we look beautiful, we are beautiful. It's the other way. When you understand that beauty is not just looking beautiful, but rather filling your heart with the light of His remembrance of the one who is the source of all beauty, right? That is what will make you beautiful. Like you must have heard, beauty is skin deep. That is what Allah is reminding you. Your skin doesn't make you beautiful. Your eyes don't make you beautiful. Your hands don't make you beautiful. It is the recognition that you are created with His soul in you, and that soul of His is beautiful. It is connecting to that soul and remembering that it belongs, the soul belongs to Allah. That belonging, that source of beauty is what makes you beautiful. I really, really hope that this reaches your heart and your mind and grounds you and reminds you that the two things that anybody and everybody needs in our life is to feel powerful, which means to have the strength, the courage, the direction, the clarity to take the certain actions that will please our Allah. Only and only come to us when we connect to Ya Adal, the one who balances all of our needs and helps us remember how to come into the recognition that we are only and only dependent on Allah for everything that we can or we have or that we will ever do. So when you depend on Allah, you become powerful. Now the other part is the beauty that you have always wanted to be, you want to be beautiful, is actually a desire that you want to be that what He created you as, which is your soul. Your soul is absolutely beautiful because it's actually not your soul, it is His soul. And He who is always and always the source of beauty will only reflect through your soul as beauty, right? So you don't have to look beautiful, you have to be in a state of feeling beautiful within yourself, and that is beauty. Like people say, be confident in who you are. Be confident that your soul is so beautiful that it doesn't need the skin, the body, the color, the clothes to make it look beautiful. It is actually beautiful just the way it is created. So I hope it brings you some kind of clarity and connection with your Allah. This name is really, really powerful. Ya Adal. Even if you can't write it this many times, I would really, really recommend and advise writing it when you feel a little off balance, when you feel like things aren't going your way. Even when things are going your way, it's always a good idea to connect to Allah's names. And the more you activate them, the more you remember them, the more you connect to them, the more they actually manifest in your life. You will meet people, you will have experiences, you will have job opportunities, or doors that will open will be always those that will help you, feel that balance, that reciprocation. The give and take will be natural, and it would be like, something that flows between the two, rather than you're giving too much, the other person is not giving enough, you're asking for something and you're not getting it back, that kind of thing. So Ya Adal is one of the best names to come into balance with yourself, so that you realize where on the planet you are placed, right? And you are in balance no matter where you are. You have everything in balance, no matter how you feel like you lack something or you have something. It doesn't matter. You in this very moment are a creation of Allah, and Allah's soul inside you has this beautiful seed of Adal. Now when you start calling upon this name, the seed of Adal starts growing in you, and as it grows in you, it will attract to you all the experiences, all the people, all the abundance, all the opportunities that are going to be in balance with you or without you recognizing it or not. It is always in balance, for that is how Allah works. He always is balanced, so that what he creates is always balanced, inshallah ta'ala. If this video resonated with you, gave you some kind of clarity or closeness to your Allah, you're most welcome to share it with other people, so that together we can share his light and share this way of connecting to Allah, and making people realize how the value of writing the name. Share it with your parents, share it with your children, do it with your children, do it with your family, do it with your sisters, rather than sitting and talking about fashion. If you could come and do this, trust me, your life will completely change, and you won't need clothes to look beautiful. You will connect to the beauty of your Allah as you activate these names with me, inshallah ta'ala. If you feel like you'd like to join my live sessions, I run them on Friday. They're completely free to enter. They're women only. You can send me a comment or DM me on my Instagram, or comment down below here how I can reach you, and I can send you the link so that you can join my live sessions through Zoom from wherever you are. They're at 11 a.m. UK time. I also do one-to-one sessions to help you go deeper into your spiritual journey, awaken your heart, and find a balance in your life and gain clarity as to what your soul's purpose is here. And untie, unblock, unlearn, and give you a safe space to feel heard, seen, and valued. So if that's something that you're in need of, you're most welcome to message me, contact me, and I'll share the details with you. I will be starting my another sessions which are connected to the flowers, the geometry of the flowers, bringing the mandala and the sacred geometry together. There'll be mindful sessions and hour sessions through Zoom again on Sundays at 10, I think. I can't remember, but anyway, if that's something that you'd like to join, you're most welcome to do that. So I'm sending you lots of love, light, and peace, everyone. Enjoy, take care, and inshallah I'll speak to you in the next video. Allah Hafiz.